on Stampinology. I'm glad you could join me today. I'm going to do something a little bit different. I have a Stampin' Up kit, and I am looking forward to unboxing and putting it together with you. This is one of the new for this month, Alpine Air card kits, and it's really pretty, so I'm really excited about putting this together. So let's get started. Turn that camera down. Okay, got the camera straight. Let's go. All right. As you can see, I have not opened this yet. It's always fun to get something new. Come on. Stampin' Up has been doing so much with these kits. And while they were on sale this month, I bought several to show you guys. This one I couldn't resist because of the colors. Okay, we've got a stamp set. Mr. Moonlight. And let's take this out. Go. Okay, look at the colors. This is why I bought this. The colors are just so beautiful. I love the ocean, and this made me think of the ocean. But even if you love the mountains. All right, this is still a good kit. Let's see, let's throw that away. And we have a block with some sticky bits in there. Okay, and here are our envelopes. Let's see. Ooh, see what I mean about the colors? Yum, 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 yum. All right, and some dimensionals. And what do we have here? Let's get out the directions. Okay, what do we have here? Alpine Air stamp artwork. Okay. Oh, I guess that's if you want to. I see. So you can stick this on this. Oh, all right. I mean, I think I could have figured it out, but fair enough. Okay, and this makes we should make 4 cards. Yes, this makes 4 cards. So I'm going to set the directions here, and let's separate out what we're going to need for the cards. So we've got this looks like a white background. See, this is going to go on our first card. Okay, so there's for that one. Come on. I like these when they're rough like this, because if you do get any little pips, they're really difficult to see. And yeah, you know, let's face it, anything that's going to pop out like that's probably going to have the little pips to it. All right, this is also for our first card. So we'll put those together here. I don't know how many of you guys love opening new things. Is it just me, or is it just fun to get a new project and sit down and go? Now, these are strips. Not sure what they go to yet, so I'll set them up here. Okay, get rid of that. Okay, this one is there. Oh no, those are exactly alike. Okay. Is the same one? Is that one going to be a repeat? Oh, there's 3 cards. Okay, all right, I see. Here we go. On the back, we've got 1, 2, and 3. Perfect. Okay, still going to look at the big instructions. since I don't know what that goes to, I'll put that in a different pile and pull this out. So we have had what I call really nice weather. We've had fall weather, which is, or as we say here in the UK, have autumn weather. So it's been nice and cool, not, not too cold. We did have one day where we actually did step back and turn the heat on because it was cold. It was down in the, well, let's see, you guys know I still do things according to, so Fahrenheit, it went all the way down to 41, which is pretty chilly. Out there, though, it's really nice out there now. It's about 45. There's a little bit of breeze blowing. Okay, so these are our green card bases. Okay. How many do we have here? 1, 2, 3. Okay. 3 of those, and I'm assuming these are the envelopes. So I'll put those here. That'll be our number 2 one. And let's see, alpha number 1 are going to be these. So there should be 3 of these for our first card. Yes. Fantastico. And our last card will be that one. Let's say I do love these colors. Okay, those go there, these go here. My husband accuses me of not really enjoying my craft supplies, but enjoying not organizing them. Which is partially true. Okay, these are in double pieces, so these definitely go with the green ones. Oh, this is nice. Got some granny apple green in here, and it looks like a bit of shy shamrock. And this one is for our smoky, misty moonlight color cardstock. Put that there. I think part of the reason I like these so much is I really love watercolor. I love watercolor anything, which is silly, but there's just something so appealing to me about the soft lines and it's more of a suggestion. Sometimes it's more of a suggestion of a picture than an actual picture, like a photograph picture, which I just find very, I don't know, I find it soothing. So I've been doing a lot of work recently playing with the watercolor pencils and using the inks as watercolors. And mostly, because I find it relaxing. And it just, I don't know. I'm one of those people that owns coloring books as well. So there you have it. Though I haven't colored as much since I've started being a demonstrator for Stampin'Up. I should probably get those out and do a bit more. I've got several different sets of different types of coloring pencils, and although I'm just now getting into markers. I haven't done much with markers lately, but I'm learning. So this is one of the things I was doing with the markers. I don't know if you want to see that. This is watercolor pencil, and then this is marker here. I've still got a long ways to go, but this one was part of a class I took from Mitsutoshi Crafts. If you guys know those, Jay and Barry, awesome guys. But they do coloring classes basically, and they have a lot of different ones, and it's so much fun. And Jay is just fun to watch, and he's so good. He's so talented. So let us see where we are going here. Okay, let's do card number 1. A card number 1. How about that? So first things first, obviously, we're going to fold our card base in half. That's an easy one. Now, what goes on top of that? We need one of our white spaces. Come on, to get it out here. So that's separate. Yep, this is one of the white ones. We'll put this aside. And this goes about right here. And it shows just regular glue dots. Now, if you've never seen these instructions, I'll show them to you here if you're thinking about getting the kits. Let's see. So we're going to be stamping on the background. Oh, let's see. I wondered why there seemed to be a couple of extra ones in there. And I get it. It's because sometimes just stamps don't quite work out. So this is a very pretty one. Let yourself dream big. I think that is a lesson we all could take, to be honest. Life is too short. Now, I'm going to use my big block because this is what I'm used to stamping with. However, if you don't have big blocks, it comes with a block, which is so grand. Get this out and show you. I also keep these, so when I do classes and things, it's nice to have sort of a selection of blocks. Most of them are about the same size though. Most of them are this size. So I'll put that away. So these are our stickies, and these are, ooh, those are pretty. They're clear. My brain just died. Sequins. They're sequins. But see, this is quite a decent block. So if you could actually use this to stamp. But I'm just so spoiled, and I use my big block all the time, so I'm used to handling it. So I'm going to do that. But if you're thinking about buying this kit, it is in here. Also, I'm going to use my Misty Moonlight stamp pad because, again, I save these for classes. I've got a whole bunch of them, and they're really nice. So you can get, when you have separate tables, more than one or two tables in the class, it's a really good idea. And everybody can sort of have their own and not have to. People like to share, but sometimes it's easier not to share. Let me grab my Misty Moonlight here. Oof, don't make a mess. Don't drop that. Okay, yeah, speaking of organizing, really need to do something about that. Okay, we're going to stamp on here. Let's pull our stamp list. And let yourself dream big. Very nice. Just put that on here. Now, I always do this with these stamps. You can use a pencil eraser. I happen to have this on my desk. This is what I use most of the time. But a regular pencil eraser will work. If you will just go over these photopolymer stamps a little bit with an eraser, it removes the stamp release bits, because when you pour into these molds, there's a releasing agent that the molds are greased with, like greasing a baking pan. And it's still, there's like a bit of it on there. And that eraser, you can do it with your finger if you don't have an eraser handy. Just make sure that you rub it a bit. So I'm gonna hopefully I can sort of see how I made it. Not rough, but you can see it now. And that's always a very good thing to do. It's going to make a big difference in how the stamp stamps, especially when you use it the first time. Now, I like to, anytime I have a stamp, the first time I stamp with it, I stamp it off on something else. I highly recommend you do that. So get yourself a little piece of scrap paper. You could pull something out of the garbage can. It doesn't have to be important, which is what I just did, as a matter of fact. So let's see how we stamp here. Okay, that's a nice clean stamp. That's a good one. Excellent, excellent. Although Stampin' Up stamps usually are. I have not come across one yet that I had a problem with. Generally, the problem is with sometimes the inks. If it's too hot, the ink can actually be too flowy and you actually get bubbles on it. If it's too cold, your ink gets sluggish. And it's usually it's what's going on in the room you're working in. All right, now they stamp this right in the middle, so let's do that. Now, some people purposely put their stuff on separately. Me, I like to line it up on my grid because for me, the grid it's all working in together. Probably doesn't make any sense, but that's how it works for me. So I usually tell people, you do you. Okay. Boop. And now we have a perfect stamp, which is another reason I buy Stampin' Up stamps. It's not just because I'm a demonstrator. Now, I wipe my stamps off pretty much right after I stamp with them. If I were making all of these together, then I would just, go stamp in and do the next one. But we're not doing that this time around. So I'm going to do some other things with the other bits. Now, where's my... Oh, Lord. There it is. Pop that back on there. Now we've got this, and is this put up on? Yes. Those are dimensionals. So, here's our corn. Here's our backing piece. How many dimensionals are you asking me for? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It tells you on here how many to put on, which is good. I mean, if you're new to doing this, if you've been doing this a while, you can look and tell. You can tell how firm your paper is, how lightweight your paper is. Sometimes you only need 1, sometimes 2 are helpful. And you get to know that as you work with your papers. But when you first have a kit, again, I'm going back to the brilliance of this, because you don't have to think. It's got a lovely picture, shows you exactly what to do, and that's all you have to do. So pretty much you don't need anything beside the kit. If you craft often enough, or you do other crafting, I highly recommend this little jobby. It's called a Take Your Pick tool, and as you can tell, mine is so well loved. It's got ink on it, it's got everything on it. This is a thing to pick up embellishments with, which I think is brilliant, especially when you're working with the ones that don't have sticky on the back. And this actually is now mine's I'm just about out, but it turns so it will get more of this putty stuff out, and it stays sticky for a long time, so you don't use that much of it. But it also comes with a separate end. So this end is a spatula end, which is terrific if you're working with anything that you want to smear, basically. Sometimes if you're trying to get glue into a space, this is good to use because the glue doesn't really stick to it very well. You can wipe it off easily. I use it with these guys all the time. These are the, this is the pearlized enamel, and then I have the other ones, the metallic enamels. So they're really nice. So if you don't use that, now this is a double-ended tool. This all comes in the kit together. This is a small burnisher, or it's a score tool basically. And then we've got the one on this side, which is a large ball burnisher, which is really nice. But I don't use these as much because I do everything with my my paper trimmer, because my paper trimmer has a built-in thingamy on it. All right, let's go. So looks like we're slightly to the side, even top and bottom. Looks pretty good. And now this piece, it wants 3 sticky dots. Okay, that one. I'm just doing these right along as the picture shows it. Hopefully I do have on the right side. Yes, I'm doing them on the right side. It's always good to check. Would not be the first time I put a card on upside down or backwards. We card makers don't like to admit that we do that every now and then. But, oh, does it happen. I think it's happened to me a couple of times, even on video. Which, you know, I guess at my age I don't get embarrassed that much. We all make mistakes. I think the important thing about any kind of crafting is to know you're going to make mistakes, because this is a learning process. But the best part is knowing how to fix them. All right, so I don't know if you saw what I did. We have a dimensional on this side, and we have the glue dots on the other side, so that this, I hope I got this far enough over. This will sit elevated. Seems too heavy. Yeah, they got it. Oh yeah, that sits in there good. Wonderful. And that is our first card. Oh, no, wait, pretties. We got the pretties. Let's put some sparkle on here. Let's see. Now they even show you where to put these. So we're following their instructions this time. Don't know if I would have put them where they say, but whatever, right? But this little touch of sequin makes such a big difference. I think it's what helps a card stand out. I mean, anybody can go to the store and buy a card. And some of the cards you buy are really cute. I mean, they're awesome, have funny sayings on them. But if you want somebody to really, if you want somebody to know you really appreciate them, make them a card. So anyway, here's card number 1, to let yourself dream big. And as I pointed out, this is the envelope that goes with it. So I think that's awesome. That would be really nice for like a graduation. Yeah. Okay, so card number 1. Let's move on to card number 2. What have we got here? We're going green this time. And card number 2. Feel like a game show host. What's behind window number 2? All right. Now this one, we have a double. And we're going to... Oh, I haven't come across any circles. It's odd. Got to be here somewhere. Anyway, we'll get to it in just a second. Now we need 2 pieces. We need a top piece and a bottom piece. Top piece, bottom piece. And we're not stamping on these, so we can go ahead and pop them up. I'm going to use dimensionals. And again, it's the dimensionals that makes the card. Such a simple thing. And people ask me all the time, if I wanted to start card making, what would I buy? Okay, the first thing you need to do is get some decent glue. Or if you prefer, you can absolutely use something like this, which is Stampin' Seal. You just pull it off and it's like a roll of tape in there. You roll it on. I've done scrapbooking for years. We always call those tape runners. So I don't know if there's a modern equivalent sort of nickname for them. I think some people call them snails. And at first, when I heard somebody refer to, well, I'm going to use my snail on this, I'm watching this video going, what? But yes, it does kind of look like a snail. So, yeah, very cool. Just, I'm in the habit of calling it the runner, so I'll pick up the runner, the tape runner. Another good thing about tape runner, especially when you're working with photographs, you don't particularly want to put glue on a photograph. So when you're scrapbooking or doing a card with a photograph, glue is not your friend. There are glues like this one, the Tombow glue, the mono liquid, that will work on photographs. It is acid and lignin free. It's just a little messier, and that's where you would want to use your tape runner or your snail or your Stampin' Seal, because it just makes life easier when you're laying down photographs. And also, I use them when I don't, whenever you have a white piece of paper. Well, let's see, where's my white piece of paper? And sometimes when you put glue on a white piece of paper and then put it down on a dark background, the glue makes shadow lines. So I generally, oh no, what did you just do? Don't do that, okay? I like using the tape runner instead of, so it doesn't make shadow lines. Okay, now we're going to line this up here. That looks about right. Looks to me like there's roughly the same amount of space all the way around. So we'll put that on there. And then the bottom one, oops, make sure you get it right side up. I want to do the same thing. There's not very much. Oh, I see. Oh, look at that. That's cool, isn't it? So the cut, even though it's 2 different papers, they've made the cut the same. Oh, that's clever. Now, we're supposed to be stamping on a round thing. I haven't come across round things, so I'm hoping I missed them. Ah, excellent. Okay. Here are my round things. And I was wondering, because it said make 3 cards, but we only found 2 of those. There's the last one. Here are my round things. And oh, wonderful, they put extra ones in here. So if you made a mistake, you can flip it over. When you're using color cardstock and you make a mistake, just turn it over and stamp on the back. However, again, when we're talking about white, it is not as cooperative. And these are banners. Lovely. Banners are really easy to cut too. So if you have a project that you want to do and you don't have quite the right shape of something to stamp onto, just cut a piece of paper and then clip the ends to make a banner. And you do that by cutting down to the center and then from the point side up and then to the center that way. And it makes a very straight line for you. Okay, that's banner tip of the day. Now, on this one, we are going to stamp Happy Birthday. And this is a small one. So I'm going to use my small block. Now, this is a handy stamp. And, you know, you can use these stamps over and over again. They're not restricted to this kit, obviously, but now what have I done with my, oh, there it is, my eraser. Yeah, there we go. Fabulous. And we're going to be stamping on the round circle. Again, stamping circles, favorite thing to do. Because you don't have to worry about lining it up or getting it straight because, well, the circle is a circle and you can turn it. Oh, I've got to. Okay. Look. Nice thing about photopolymer stamps. You can look through and make sure you have it inked up well. Okay. Happy birthday. I wish they'd have had these kits when my kids were younger. Because they always wanted to come in the craft room with me, but I was often doing things that they couldn't really help with. Which, you know, I hate to sound like a nasty person, but there you have it. Sometimes you don't want your little ones or your medium ones, whatever, however old they are, to actually be working on. Some of the scrapbook stuff was fairly delicate. But something like this, I would say, pretty much from about age 7 or 8 up, can easily do one of these. And it's fun. Okay, and this goes white. I don't suppose I have to worry too much. But that looks good. How about that? Now let's put some shinies. We love shinies. And how do they have shinies on this one? Let's see. We have... Oh, they're all on this one. One here. And one here. And one here. Okay, and there is number 2 card done. Where's its envelope? There we go. Very nice. Let's see how quick and easy this is. And they are beautiful. All right, we're on the last one. Let's get our card base out here. And this gorgeous color, Misty Moonlight. Oh, by the way, I think that was Shy Shamrock on that. This lighter green looks like Shy Shamrock. So it looks like it maybe is a fade from, yeah, like a shaded spruce faded out to a Shy Shamrock. And this is just a nice swash of Misty Moonlight. What do we do for this one? All right, so this is another layer one. Oh, we're going to use our dimensionals here. And calls for 5 again. So we'll pop these in here. Like this. Also, if you are interested in kits and you want to craft with your kids, we have several Christmas kits coming out. We have one that's Christmas ornaments that I bought, which I'll be doing here. Probably wait more toward the end of November before I do that one. But there's several Christmas card kits. Very cute. Okay, so this one looks like it has about the same amount of space all the way around. Now, I don't know if you noticed, I don't get out. I mean, I've got this great measuring tool here, and I use it a lot. But you don't have to. The lovely thing about doing something like this is your eye kind of fills in the blanks, if that makes any sense. All right, now, oh, here's where we use our green strip. Remember we pulled those out? Now I have to remember where I put them. I think they're under here. Maybe they're under here. Ha! There we go. Okay, this does have a little bit of pip on here. Let me trim this off. Probably noticeable because it's so, it's such a dark piece of paper. Here we go. So you are going to go. Oh, the back piece is popped up. The front does not. Okay, it looks like we have a dead center one here. Okay, easy enough. More dimensionals. I keep threatening to write a song about dimensional papers. These little things, they're everywhere. They get everywhere. It doesn't matter you put them in to your trash can. They come out. They come out, they come alive. They will defeat you. The vacuum cleaner doesn't like them. It will run right over them and they just laugh. They laugh and wave. A broom picks them all up, hides them inside, and then when you go to hang your broom up, they all fall out in the bottom of your closet where your broom's hanging. I know. It is absolutely some sort of strange, what do I got? Thinking of you here. I can't talk. Bonk. Where's the other one? Oh, we've got another one that says hello friend on here. Okay. Guess we can do, well, that would be cute if you wanted to do that on any of these actually. Now these like this, the best thing to do is just drop them onto your block because they're easy to stretch. So the positive thing about easy to stretch is you can do that and stamp that in a semicircle. But you also want to just lay them down so they will lay down straight because they do bend very easily, which is not to say that it's a problem. But if you stretch it out, it can, I'm looking for my eraser. There we go. Oh, you know what? Let's not do it with erasers. Let's just do it with my finger. So you can see you don't have to have an eraser. I prefer the white ones because they're nice and soft. But some of the number 2 pencils that have the that kind of pinky looking eraser, if those are soft and new, they work just as well. I wouldn't spend an extended time. They're a little bit harder, so I wouldn't rub them a lot. But I don't know if you can see that, but now you can see it. I've made it look sort of dull, and I've taken all of that shiny bit off of it. All right, so let's line up my piece here. And ink is up. Check my inking. I know I'm being so bold. I'm just going right in here and stamping. Yeah, that looks good. Okay. Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. Got to put the head over. Put the line through. Let's do it this way. Sit that up there square. I think this goes. Didn't quite get that pressed down. Sometimes long stamps will do that. I think I want to try that again. Let me see if we got any show through. I do have extras. They gave you extras here. At least there's one extra. So let's try it again. Try to get my head over it. Sorry about that. It still came up a little bit light, but I can see that the bottom of this is very thin. So that's all right. I still like it. It looks good. I think I could have used the first one, to be honest. Just wanted to show off for the fact that it's nice that they thought about, you don't always get the first stamp the first time. I think that's kind of the fun about stamping. I know a couple of techniques where you intentionally stamp it light. Okay, putting that away for now. Now these just have stickies on it because you're already raised up here. So let's just pop these guys on here. I think it's calling for 3. Yep, for 3. 1, 2, and 3. Come on. I'll tell you what, these glue dots are the bomb. This is the way to attach embellishments or ribbon, because they're actually literally little spots of glue. It's a beautiful way of attaching ribbon. Now this extends slightly beyond. I want to try to line it up. Oh, come on. There. Right, and there is card number 3. So you guys will have to tell me what you think about this. If you would, I would be interested to know, quite honestly, if anybody out there is really interested in buying the kits. I know a lot of people who follow me are more into the artsy side of things, but I think they're a really good idea. I think they make great gifts. Oh wait, I didn't put my shinies on here. Oh no, I'm getting ready to say goodbye and there's no shinies. Can't do that. Must have bling. Okay. I have to say, I do like their bling placement. I used to really worry about that. Oh, I don't know. Do I have it in the right place? Is it going to make, no, it doesn't make that big a difference. It just adds a little bit of sparkle. Especially like these clear ones. Aren't these neat? It's just, they're more iridescent than anything. Almost like raindrops. That's the sequence. So anyway, complete kit. 3 really pretty cards. You can make 2 of each. And literally, you could stamp on this one thinking of you. Probably you can't let yourself dream big, but you could do happy birthday on this one. just ink up the happy and stamp, and then ink up the birthday and stamp. So you've got a lot of flexibility with this. So anyway, this is it. And like I said, there's one in here that says hello friend. So I don't know if you can see that. But wait. That's what this is for. So we have hello, this way. Hello friend. Thinking of you. Let yourself dream big and happy birthday. So, and this one is the English one. It also comes in German and French. Fantastic. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this. This was a little short and sweet. Just wanted to bring you something fun. Maybe bring you a gift idea. Show you what's available out there. You know, maybe you are thinking about crafting, but you don't really have a lot of space. I mean, when we first moved here, we had a... here they call it a bed set. In the US, we would have called it a studio apartment, which is basically one big room with a bathroom in one corner and a kitchen in the other. And when I say kitchen, I'm being generous. It was sort of a tiny little L tucked into the corner that had a sink and a stove. And not much else, honestly. Used to use the cutting board. I mean, use the drain board to cut my vegetables and stuff on. So yeah, and there was no room to craft. So if I had had something like this, I definitely would have been into it, because I've always made my own cards and things. And if you're into scrapbooking, that will be the next thing I do. That's why I'm not making some of these others. I am going to show you how to use these in a scrapbook. So stay tuned for that fascinating information. And I want to thank you for coming along with me today. I know this one was short and sweet. I hope you found it entertaining. I hope it didn't go too much, because I find I do that a lot. Because, you know, you start talking and then you start getting interested in what you're doing, and then you forget to talk. Or the other thing that I do is I forget what I'm doing and I just keep on talking, which is, anyway, yeah, you guys know that. So again, have a great day. Have a crafty weekend. And I hope to see you soon. Thanks.